is God's definition of sin. The knowledge of God's definition of sin will liberate a man's spirit. Because Satan, if Satan cannot destroy you with sin, he'll try to destroy you with sin consciousness. And the force of sin consciousness is more destructive than the sin itself. Most Christians are not sinning in truth. Most of them are under the burden of sin consciousness. The feeling that they have sinned. The feeling that they are sinning. And Satan uses it as a weapon to keep them in bondage, to make them ineffective. That's why there are few people that are doing the work of God instead of many. Because most are thinking they're not qualified enough to do the work of God because they are sinning. They're not qualified. They're not righteous enough. They're not good enough. The Bible says Elijah was a man subject to like passions as we are. He says Elijah was like you. Sometimes some of you told a lie because you were afraid. Right? They ask you a question. Where are you coming from? You came from that side. Where are you coming from? You say, I'm coming from. You lied because you were afraid. But what is God like? God isn't looking at that lie that you told. God is looking at the fear that made you lie. What he wants to deal with in your life is not the lie that you told. It's the fear that caused that lie. That's what he wants to deal with. Two things that make men do the wrong things. One is fear. The other one is selfishness. And God seeks to deal with the selfishness that made you do whatever you did. You know why? Because you see, the matter of sin, wrongdoing, and the nature that produces it has been dealt with. The Bible says that sin has been nailed to the cross. But Christians, most Christians around the world are not thinking or preaching or even being conscious of the fact that sin has been nailed to the cross.